was engaged to a monster.
I had been suspicious for many months. Nobody wanted to believe that Dr. Paolo Macchiarini was not who they thought he was.
He sat down with his ex-fiancée, journalist Benita Alexander, who's played by Mandy Moore, and Benita revealed how she got caught up in his web of lies.
I think there were two things driving him. I think there's the thrill of getting away with it. It's like Leonardo DiCaprio in Catch Me If You Can. And the bigger the stakes, the bigger the thrill. A successful journalist, I think there was some sick rush in pulling this off. Not just convincing me, convincing all my friends and my family and the famous institutions, doctors, scientists, everybody.
When did you first meet Paolo, and what were your first impressions of him?
I first met him in 2013 when I was working on a story about regenerative medicine, which is this very exciting, promising field where basically we're working to the point where you make new organs in the lab for people so that we get rid of organ donation and eliminate a whole host of problems. And he was at the forefront of this field. He was considered the pioneer in this field. His nickname was the super surgeon, the miracle man. He worked at Karolinska in Stockholm, the place that awards the Nobel Prize in Medicine. He was rumored to be in contention for a Nobel Prize himself. And he was considered to be a daring pioneer. He was taking risks that nobody else in the world was willing to take, doing something that literally nobody else in the world was doing. And he seemed to be incredibly devoted and caring, and incredibly devoted to giving hope to people who had no other hope. But the last piece of the puzzle for me was Barcelona. I mean, there had to be a damn good reason he'd never taken me to Barcelona, right? And so I went there myself. And what I found in that house in Barcelona was he was hiding another family. And this is not the Italian wife that he hadn't divorced. This is another woman and 2 young children. So a whole secret family. So that was 3 families, me and my daughter, the wife in Italy, and the family in this house. And in that moment, I just fell apart. I just lost it.
Now he is also sentenced to prison here in Sweden, 2.5 years. Not for what he did to you, but what he did to his patients. How do you feel about him going to jail?
I've been on this mission for far longer than I imagined. I thought initially I was just going to put my story out there and that would be it. It was never about revenge. It wasn't about spite. It wasn't even about telling my own story. It was about justice and what's right. And so finally, you know, fast forward all these years, we have some semblance of justice. I don't think the prison term is long enough, but I am very happy for his patients' sake that there is some semblance of justice. That is the least they deserve.